VRuy Lopez opening, Berlin, Rio Gambit accepted, 5.Re1 Nd6 6.Nxe5. Balanced, neither player ever had an advantage. That game was pretty competitive. Both players had an amazing opening. That was an incredible middle game by both players. Sharp games are frequently the result of starting with the king's pawn, since it dominates the center and frees up the bishop and queen on the light squares. A typical answer is e5, which builds a position in the middle, controls d4, and frees up the queen and bishop on the dark square. The move nf3 advances the knight toward the center, engages the e5 piece in combat, and sets up a castle. nc6 defends the pawn on e5, advances the knight toward the center, and scans the d4 square. The VRuy Lopez opening develops the bishop to immediately attack the knight on c6, the lone defender of the e5 pawn. nf6 advances the knight and engages in an attack on the exposed e4 pawn. Castling gets the king out of the center and activates the rook. nxe4 captures the e4 pawn and places the knight in the center of the board, where it controls many important squares. 1 rupee activates the rook and attacks the knight on e4. nd6 retreats the knight to a central square that attacks the bishop on b5 and controls the e4 and c4 squares. nxe5 captures the e5 pawn, centralizes the knight and attacks the knight on c6. This protects the attacked knight. The bishop is now in a secure position. This keeps the material balance in check with good commerce. Recaptures. Castling develops a rook, while also moving the king to safety. Castling to the same side of the board as the opponent tends to lead to less sharp positions as compared with opposite side castling. The bishop will be better off as a result of this. This wins time by threatening a rook and forcing it to move away. This moves the rook to safety. This fights against the opposing rook for the open file. This threatens to win a pawn. By doing this, a bishop moves out of its beginning square and into the action. This wins a pawn. Backs off. This defends the attacked pawn. The bishop is prepared to grow into a functional square. It is the final book action. By doing this, a knight moves out of its beginning square and into the action. That's good. That's a decent move. That's good. The knight can now control more squares as a result. That's good. While not a mistake, that is also not the wisest course of action. That's good. A wise decision. It is quite good. This misses a chance to grow a bishop outside of its starting square. It is incorrect. Very precise. It is best. This suggests exchanging items of equivalent value. That's good. This requires an open file, a typical technique for rook activation. It is ideal. The best choice is this one. It is ideal. Not the finest, this. It is incorrect. By growing a queen from its beginning square, this activates the queen. That's good. The bishop is now on a square that is more secure. It is quite good. By doing this, a bishop moves out of its beginning square and into the action. It is quite good. That is a logical response. It is quite good. This protects a bishop who was being attacked and lacked defense. That's good. This is not the best approach. It is incorrect. A rook enters the action after developing outside of its starting square as a result. That is good. It's all right. That's good. A pawn kicks the opposing knight, forcing it to move or risk being captured. That's good. The knight is thus brought to safety. That's good. This exchange is fair. It is ideal. Recaptures. It is ideal. This suggests exchanging items of equivalent value. It is quite good. It is a fair deal after all captures. It is quite good. Recaptures. That's good. There were worse maneuvers, but there were also much better ones. It is incorrect. This shifts the bishop to a square with more activity, giving it greater scope. It is quite good. Not the finest, this. It is incorrect. This keeps the material balance in check with good commerce. It is ideal. Backs off. White is equal at this point in the endgame. It is ideal. That's a decent move. That's good. While not a mistake, that is also not the wisest course of action. It's great. Both players were equally favored, which was balanced. It was a really competitive game. Both players had fantastic starts. Both players played fantastic middle game there. One of the best moves. It is excellent. Balanced, neither player ever had an advantage. That game was pretty competitive. Both players had an amazing opening. That was an incredible middle game by both players.